and welcome to Gina Ahrens' Design Team Challenge for September 2016. And I'm doing an altered playing card, and I'm explaining that normally when you do these cards you kind of rough them up, but instead of roughing them up, I'm going to be using some clear gesso on this. So enjoy my process as I go through this. Now, my idea is, okay, so I took some clear gesso, right, and I went over it, and it roughens up the card. It sticks to the card really well because I tried it on another card and it stuck well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this particular bird. I couldn't find my ink block to stick this to because I ordered the flat sheets. I didn't order it already mounted, and then I ordered it with the cushion on the back. It's sticky, kind of sticky, so it sticks to an acrylic block, but I don't know what I did with it right now, so bear with me. So anyhow, I'm going to stamp this birdie into the StazOn. Actually, this is the archival ink in black. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to aim kind of for, and I have to look kind of sideways for this. I'm going to stamp over this king. Hopefully it'll work. And that we'll be able to see the lines. I'm not sure if it'll work, so this is going to be an experiment. You know, see if it will work for what I want to do this for. I'm going to lift it up, and you can kind of see the lines of the bird. See the birdie lines? Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fussy cut him out, and then I'll be back in a minute. All right, so off camera, I fussy cut him out the best I could. And then I took my food ball and I kind of retraced over his printing because the ink wasn't standing out very well, and I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So I'm making sure that this dries, is going to be dry, and then I'm going to apply on this king, on this card, also some clear gesso. I'll show you how I do that. So I'm going to use the clear gesso. And I'm just using a brush to apply the clear gesso to the paper. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get some of my Pitt pens. Alright, so I got some of my Pitt pens, and I'm going to, because I want to cover up the king's face because it's taken away from the actual face of the bird. So I'm going to go over it with a Pitt pen in yellow here. Let's see how that works. I want to use paint. I think the paint will cover it better. I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do, is use paint. See, live and learn, right? Showing you how I go through my thought processes to do this. Paint the face of the bird up at the top here because I just want to cover that king's face because it's kind of getting in my way here. Some of the lines in a little bit. I just want to get kind of covered up like that in an orangey, kind of reddish orange. You can see I am fussy cutting a little bit better around this bird. I wasn't too happy with the fussy cutting I did earlier, so I'm just kind of trying to get as closer to the area, to the wings, I guess, as possible. So enjoy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking this card. I've set aside my little guy because the paint's not quite dry yet, so I'm setting him aside. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the center of this out. I have a reason behind this. You'll see in a minute. So I just want the edge of this card, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue this one to the back of it like this. This is a slightly smaller card, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. Alright, so I'm going to take the little guy, the little birdie, and I'm going to place him right in the center of the card, kind of covering the king up so that the king doesn't show through this card. So I'm back, and I want to add a little bit of color to his body because I don't feel like he's popping out enough on the card. So I want to add a little bit of color here, and I'm going to cover that hand up too. So I'm going to come in and kind of go over some of these lines with some white, and then I'm going to come back in with the black, with a black pen, because I'm just not seeing all the details, and I want to add some, give him some stripy legs. It's the way to alter a stamp also, is you can stamp your stamp, but then you can, you know, alter it, you know, cover the areas you don't want to show on the stamp, as well as, you know, make new lines over it, kind of make your own, kind of. See that? Okay, so I'm gonna dry this again, and then I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've got a makeup sponge, and I'm going to dip it in a little bit of leftover paint I have on my work area, and I want to add a little bit of white to his belly using the makeup sponge if I can get it to go. I guess it wasn't enough paint on there, and I think I want to make this a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Tummy, okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that yellow, and I'm going to come back in and go around the edges that I not blend it out a little bit better here. I'm going to make his head round by adding some black pen here. I'm using a food ball pen. Just make sure that you either let it sit and dry, this pen on its own, so you don't smear anything, or you use your heat gun to make sure that it completely dries. So there he is so far. And now, of course, most of you do know that I like my bling, so I'm going to come in and add some bling here. See, like, I'm not liking the hand that's in the background left over from the background when I cut out this card and then glued the other one to the back. It kept the hand to the king, and I don't want that there. So I'm going to get a gem there, and I'm going to cover that up, I think. Let's see if this is going to look good here. And I kind of like that, but it got some sticky stuff on it. So I'm going to see if I can get it off, and if I can't, then I may have to go downstairs and use some Murphy's oil soap and come back in a minute, because Murphy's works really well with stuff like this. Alright, so I'm back. I've cleaned this off as best I could, and now I'm going to use some glue. these really pretty gems, and I'm going to attach some to the top crown here. That's right. Okay, that works. See the sparklies? There's his sparklies. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the other design team members' videos. I will post a link of the video list down at the bottom, as well as somewhere around the corner you'll see an eye pop up for their list to their YouTube channels. And I'll also post a link to Gina Ahrens' YouTube channel, as well as to her Facebook group and her Etsy shop. So please go peruse and enjoy. And thanks for watching again. And I hope that if you like what you see, you'll throw me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Toodles. Bye.